Okay.
Thank you for being our trusted partner.
Is it rolling?
Is it rolling? I love 3D Experience platform on cloud because
efficiency and flexibility.
It allows us to convert dream to reality.
Because it's my one-stop shop.
It's flexibility as well as reliability.
Because it's awesome.
that is an awesome answer. Every company starts with an idea that will disrupt industry or create new experience. But few of these ideas became successful because it is very challenging. To share the key ingredient of success, we have the R&D manager for UAVTech, Dr. Aravind Ayagara, with us today. Hi, Dr. Aravind. Thank you for coming. Please take a seat. Let's roll the camera, guys. Dr. Aravind, maybe you can tell us about yourself?
Okay, I did my PhD and postdoctoral fellowship from France, and I am an expert in finite element simulations and aeroelastic structures. At UAVTech, I keep the position of research and development manager, where I search for innovative solutions for the problems we encounter in a daily basis in an UAV. For example, wherever you have the engine mounts, you have lots of vibrations and sources of vibrations. So how can you minimize them by using some kind of innovative materials where we can do lots of simulations and numerical designs and so on.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
What is the mission for UAVTech today, and how is the company planning to achieve that?
See, UAVTech its only mission is to get affordable logistics as soon as possible and make it more affordable as possible.
Okay.
This thing is like you have a lot of freight demand that is going on day-to-day basis. For example, you order something at Amazon. That's how the UPS or Amazon have become a monopoly right away.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you look at UPS or FedEx, see, they operate through hubs. You send some package, it goes from hub to hub and cycle spokes and so on, that kind of model, where you can have your product in 3 days based, depending on the availability. But here, the problem with the Indian sector is the huge terrain that you have. Logistics by road is not going to be possible every time, and it takes somewhat delays. So UAVTech wants to do like business to business or business to government logistics as quite reliable as possible, I'd rather say.
I also understand that India has opened up, in terms of the drones, and it seems like it's quite competitive. Yes. So how is your company going to, exceed in this environment today?
Yeah, I do agree with you that there are almost around like 126 or even more than that startup companies which are based on drones. Yeah. But if you look at the market survey, or if you look at what they are up to or what's their motto, most of them are into surveillance or defense-based sectors, and we see very less players in the commercial logistics or mid-mile logistics sector, or the middle class as it's been classified by the DGCA in India. Our drone, the product that we are working currently, is known as Mobility 2, which is a tandem wing aircraft or having low aerodynamic footprint, yet creating the enough lift required so that the aircraft can be airborne for longer periods of time. And what we do is, it is actually an fully autonomous, it can fly beyond visual line of sight, and RPAS capable UAV, which has a maximum range of 450 kilometers, a maximum payload of 35 kilos, and a maximum endurance of 5 hours. So its absolute ceiling is around 3,500 meters from the mean sea level. So that's where we are differentiating ourselves from the key players in India. And I would also like to mention that the payload that you're going to have is fully embedded into the fuselage, so that you have more aerodynamic efficiency and you don't have enough drag that is coming from the resistance coming from the air. And you also have, I'd rather say, for business point of perspective, it is largest payload capacity and longest range in the sector.
Oh, that's your positioning for your product. Wow.
Yes, that's how we differentiate.
So can I ask you, with all this R&D that you were doing, how did you choose 3D Experience platform?
See, a 3D experience platform, because I'd rather start up with CATIA, the software, which is marketed by Dassault Systems. CATIA itself is known for aerospace applications thanks to its reliability and its potential in representing surfaces and so on. And I've been using CATIA for past 7 years in my life.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
if you see, I've gone through Evonia, which was the previously I'd rather say the precedent version of 3D experience that we have today.
Okay.
But in 3D experience, I've seen a lot of improvements, which I'm pretty astounded to say so, because 3D experience, you have the part module, the product development module, you also have the composite modules. Different modules come together where the workflow can never be stopped.
Yeah.
So you can easily share a part from one module to another module, and you don't want to disrupt it. So for example, we have started working with developing our own composite materials for the structure and the airframe. So that is where we are going to use our composite design module, which is available in 3D experience. So
Yeah, I think one of the key strengths of CATIA is the composite.
yes.
Because we are such a big player in the aerospace industry for the last 40 years.
Yes.
So actually composite is our very big strength, right?
Yeah.
And to have that today on the platform, just by the role that your engineer needs it,
Yep.
I think, were you surprised that you can get such a powerful module at affordable to you?
I mean, I've not used or I'm not exposed much amount of time for composite modules because I confine myself to surfaces and so on. And the part design, assembly design modules. Composites, I have got very little experience or relatively less experience when compared to the other modules. But I just got a peek through very fast of what is going on, what it is capable of. I'd rather say it is bringing on the table very much flexibility. I'd rather say
Yes.
a flexibility
Yep,
while you're
yep.
designing your own composite.
Wow.
By taking your raw materials and getting it into a structure and the way you need it. Because previously we used to do experimental tests, which is pretty expensive. That too in India, it is expensive when you want to test some kind of composites of aircraft grade or aerospace industry certified and so on. So what you can do is you use the composite module, make your own test different types of orientations and samples, get some finite element simulations done. Bingo, you have got the product. And finally, once you're satisfied with everything, then you go for testing, which will economize a lot of time as well as cost. For a startup, that's what we need.
Can I just ask you a question? Because you have used like CATIA 7 years, but now you are using CATIA on the 3D experience on the cloud.
Yep.
So what makes you choose the cloud?
See, previously when I'm somewhat an old school guy. I don't look like
Old
that,
school.
so, but I'm old school.
Old school.
Yeah, I'm old school
Okay.
because I didn't used to believe in cloud.
Okay.
From a starting
Share.
perspective.
Then I'm more interested now to
Yeah.
hear why you
See, the
choose.
thing is like when we were doing our products or whatever it is in different levels of our educational curriculum,
Yeah.
we shared it using hard drives or pen drives or whatever
Yep.
it is, so that we don't reveal or something. Even when we are doing in a company's perspective, it is also the same. But when 3D experience came out, I happened to work in remote for some time
Oh.
because of some personal reasons.
Okay.
That is where I had access all the time.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because I do something, I change, for example, my subordinate, the lead designer of our team, he does some design and he works on it. Once I correct it, all he has to do is do a click on update.
Wow.
And he doesn't need my presence 24/7.
Wow.
So that's, I'm starting to tilt more and more towards 3D experience right now.
On the cloud.
Yeah, on the cloud.
Yeah, so you can be anywhere,
Yeah.
regardless of where you are. You could be because of business traveling, or because of personal reason you couldn't be working in the same place. But through the 3D experience on the cloud, you still can continue your work, business. We call business as usual.
Yeah.
You know, business must go on.
Yeah.
Okay. And wow, that's amazing that you say that you're old school guy, but you convert to go to the cloud because of a personal experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, wow.
I never thought I'll be using something which is in the cloud, because as we
Okay.
say, there is a saying, in the cloud means like you, okay. But I'm pretty astounded with the capacities and capabilities that it can have.
Okay, wow. Maybe can you share with us what is the one thing that you really love about the cloud, the 3D experience on cloud?
The reach it has. For example, if I have some product, I finished it and I want to get it done, manufactured, I'd rather share the file if the person is using the same software, or he will have what do we say? For example, the auxiliary structures which we are planning to get into the vibration stuff. All I need to change is some parameters and the design is changed. So what I can do is I can have a parametric study, meanwhile not going through the process from scratch. That is one thing, and second is if I want to get it printed using additive manufacturing techniques, simply save the file and give it to a 3D printer guy. He'll do it. If he has a reach, I mean, if he uses 3D experience as well, it is much easier for me.
Yes, yes.
So I'd rather say the reach, the amount of reach it has got with different people from different background, like design, technical, production team, and so on, even R&D and stuff. So that's what I love a lot about. I'd rather say it is. Even I like to add up the reliability that you have and the flexibility that you get from 3D experience is very good.
Okay, can you explain a little bit on reliability and flexibility?
Reliable in the sense like why I chose reliable is you have something which is in front of you, and you can start like feeling it touched when you are finished. It's like it looks like a finished product. But when I'm saying flexible, again I'll come back to the surface tools that you have got, because I'm pretty much 3D experienced, but I use CATIA a lot, so that's why I'm going back to the CATIA module. So if you have some issue in the design between two surfaces, you don't need to create it from scratch. All you have to do is change the geometry or change some parameters, click on update, it's done, it is flexible. You don't have that kind of flexibility in other softwares.
And also we integrate all the simulation together.
Yes.
Plus your project management, which you are managing the team, correct? And the revision control, which is always a headache for managers like you.
Yeah, of course. Of course, controlling the team and the output that you're going to get.
Yes.
So where are we with the files? No, you just go log in, click it. You can see by yourself saying, okay, this has been done.
Okay, wow. Thank you. You are very technical, I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bug you.
But it's very good, very good, because I think we have a lot of technical audience, especially like you say, those who have very good, rich experience, I would say, with the CATIA V5. They have not experienced like you have to use the CATIA on 3D experience.
Yes.
So really, I think what you are sharing with them is really powerful, because I think they can hear from you as a technical end user using that and very comfortable with that, and use the 3D experience on cloud and saw an even bigger benefit.
Yes. Because the first time I ever had a look into 3D experience graphic user interface, I was like, oh my god, what's going on here? I was literally lost.
Okay.
The more I started using it, the more it became apt, and the more I started loving it actually.
Yes, because we move from an application to an app.
Yeah.
That's a different, right?
Yes.
Because today, if you're hiring young engineers, they are interested in the app.
Yeah, you have a lot of people like young audience right now for that. What you need for a startup is like everything is faster.
Yes.
It goes 10 times fast. So you need fast learners. So you need people who are very active. So obviously we go for fresh graduates having some experience and stuff. But the thing is like if you are used with the advantage of 3D experiences, the tools or the methodology that we use to do the design is the same as it was in CATIA. The controls, the mouse control, the keypad control, and everything is the same. For people who are used for CATIA V5, which is in the academia that we do, we don't have 3D experiences for academia. We use CATIA V5 licensed student versions of CATIA V5. What do? You get used to it, but when you're coming to 3D experience, it's the same as it is. Only thing is the user interface has changed. So it is very good. I mean, that's again reliable.
And also faster, you say?
It's faster, yes.
It's faster, right? And I think with the new workforce, it's very important.
Yes.
Okay, good. So you mentioned that Dassault Systèmes is your preferred partner.
Yeah.
Maybe can you just tell us why you say it's a preferred partner, and what is your key message to us?
Dassault Systèmes is a key partner because of its CATIA, and you also have the same CAD design or CAD module. You have it in SolidWorks, you have it in CATIA. The same thing you can even directly import into Dassault Systèmes Abacus, which is a finite element software.
Yep.
So you have that flexibility, and again the composite module, which is exquisite, I'd rather say.
Yeah.
So that is why we prefer Dassault Systèmes, the 3D experience. Okay. And the message is, you keep developing what you do. it will go on.
Okay, we will
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you continue the
definitely.
legacy,
Yes,
I don't
yes.
say.
And you can see that through this 3D experience platform, right? We actually unify all the data.
Yeah.
So we take away all the pain from the user, like yourself, and then we unified it for you. So you just continue using the apps,
Yes.
and we continue building the data structure,
Yes.
the platform, the process, I would say, that you need to do your product development. Okay, final question. Just a few in the blank kind of question.
Okay.
It's really fun. Okay, you say that I love 3D experience platform on cloud because.
It's flexibility as well as, again, reliability.
Yes,
keep
okay,
repeating
flexibility and reliability from Dr. Aravind
Yes.
on 3D experience on the cloud. What a beautiful statement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.